How's it? Today is October 14th. It's Wednesday, and I got a power clean and power jerk workout, I guess, with some sumo deadlifts after that. Um, Today was basically the first day that I had to really test my shoulder. On Saturday of last week, I was tasked with doing some dips, and I wanted to do them on the rings, but I am not super comfortable doing ring muscle ups, and I guess I got overconfident and I hurt myself. I wasn't able to do it on the second set, and so both of my shoulders felt quite a bit of pain. I couldn't really, like, when I got back to my apartment, I couldn't take my shirt off comfortably, and definitely driving was a little bit challenging. So that's the extent of the issue that I was feeling on Saturday. On Sunday, it felt a lot better. On Monday, I took it a lot easier with the snatches. It didn't feel super painful as well on Monday. It actually felt like it was just a little bit tight. That's actually how it felt on at the end of Saturday night, and throughout Sunday, it felt completely fine. Again, I didn't really do anything on Sunday, so it just was really worrying to me. So today was the first day I put like real weight overhead. Um, as a pushing type of weight. When I snatch, it's not really pushing. It's kind of like extending with my legs and then maneuvering myself under. So today was the first day that I had to like really like push with my shoulders. And so here's the first fail of the day. I failed twice. So the 100, I failed because I wasn't able to get my head through. So like I definitely felt a lot of tightness within my shoulder. But I correct on this 110 and then 15 as well. That was probably one of the best powers I've done in a while. I feel like the powers lately have been feeling really good, and it's a shame that I don't have like video recordings me talking about how confident I feel with the powers. So this is 115. That's probably the best 115 I've ever done in my entire life. Last week I did one that was pretty easy as well, but this one was, I think, technically a little bit better. That jerk felt a little bit off. The bar was a little bit further back in my stance than I would have liked. So here's my first attempt at 118. Power clean was really bad. I think my start tempo was different than the others, and that kind of made it difficult for this jerk here. I knew I was going to miss that, and I think the biggest issue is that if I don't get my head through, then it's like super tight on my shoulder. So this is 118 again. That was a really strong 118 power clean. Definitely better than the last time I tried this, I think like 3 weeks ago. And dip and drive was a lot better. I think another thing to note about that first miss, or the miss at 118, was that when I went to dip, I felt my legs be significantly more tired than they were on the other reps before that. And I think it's just that I did pretty heavy squats yesterday. Even though my squats were not the best yesterday, they still did have quite high intensity. And I did probably more volume than I probably should have. So I feel it. It's just not to the point where it is sore. It's like I just feel a little bit slower. So those are my downsets. Normally I do 2+2s, but again my shoulder is a little bit taxed, and as well as my legs. So he wanted me to just do a 1+1. So yeah, another change was this sumo deadlift. I think last week was like go up to a heavy single and then 80% of that single for like is it for a couple for like 3 sets of 5, or is it 3 sets of 3? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But instead of going to a heavy single today, I just do 5 triples at 130, which is about 80% of 160. Well, 80% of 160 is like 128. but 130 is a nicer, easier to load uh, number. So I do all 5 sets here. They're not very hard. I honestly didn't watch the videos in between, and so I didn't know what I really looked like until probably the fourth one I think I watched. But I'm trying my best to keep strong technique. My hips shifted there. A little less hip shifting, still pretty okay. Yeah, so I'm doing my best to push through my quads with my knees a little bit further forward. That causes my hips to rise a little bit from the hole, so then I'm a little bit out of position. And then here's my final set. Hip shift there again. But it's intended to be light given how hard yesterday was and how my shoulders have been feeling since the weekend. Another change here was chest supported rows here. He said about 50 total reps, so I do 4 sets of 12 with 25 pounds. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm not sure how heavy I should have went. And I think 25 pounds was a good choice. The fourth set, it was really hard. Another change here was a single arm dumbbell press. 4 sets of 12 again, about 50 total reps. Same weight I used as for the rows. This is on this day because I didn't do any pressing yesterday from on my squat day, and so he wanted me to give it a little bit more rest. Final exercise here is the back extension hold. I chose to do 3 sets of 1 minute. This is the first set. This is definitely the best set that I did. It looks like I'm really extending here, but on the third set, I don't even think I was parallel with the floor. So that's fun. But overall, I think today was better than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Shoots.